recon dart back online at possibly the perfect moment.
That's a great time for it. Yeah, the knife is going to get that suppress going, moving forwards through the cloud burst, and that's going to be spotted. Beautiful little reveal there. And a lovely flash on top of it through the back still. It's going to be just the 2-for-2. QutionerX into the back of the site. Trying to lay claim. Take out a couple of these players, but RB left standing. On 40 health now. Has spotted just the one player with a spot. Not in a great spot. Flick of the wrist. You've got to be joking. Flash play comes down. Wall dropped as well. Very similar to the prior round. The same play being made. Dash across. Buzz is, deep within the site, but it is being covered again into the back of the site. The BBL players more than ready to hand it to them, but MaKo, what is that? From the jaws of defeat, just pulls out 2 miraculous kills.
And not an expression on his face. I mean, just another day at the office for MaKo.
Left down to 5 health, but he's bought his team a lifeline in this round with the 2 of them alive. Going to be rotating all the way back. Now over towards B.
And this is where things get sticky, and this is where DRX are starting to understand how BBL are playing, because with those, I guess you could say almost a 5-player stack over on A, as the hit came through, they realize that B is just completely open and that they can go back here. And this almost looks like a save round for BBL, but I think they'll give it a good college try. See if they can find a pick early on. But otherwise, it would be devastating to lose both of these rifles.
How do they want to play this one? MaKo is close onto this corner. It's all about how you clear it. And that's a good covering fire. RB swings at the precise moment to set up that crossfire. Not giving any easy targets still. Players are low enough, but a pre-fire is going to reveal the positioning in the footsteps. Makes it more than clear for MaKo to clean up.
They know that there's 2 players on the flank. Max 3 people here. Just shove it into B.
Oh, look at QutionerX. He can't even stand still. There's a pull on one side, a dart on the other. Has to back away, and the pincer maneuver right there. Brave just cannot withstand it. Bit of a sour blind there by QutionerX, but still claims the kill, not before being traded out, and the spike will go down without too much trouble.
3-player retake here. And stax' position given away, brings it into a 3v3.
Yeah, ball going up now. They want to be playing this one quite quickly. Bit of a tap of the spike. Trying to force good fights out of it. Again, winning a couple of them still. Just down to the 1 player though. SouhcNi, and he's given a 1 angle. Down to that 1v1. RB holding his ground. A quick tap once more, trying to force the fight.
This is so hard.
Information gathered, information gained. RB must just be able to see that he's not on it, and wow, just waiting for the star to come online. Not winnable. Time has to be played, have to save the rifle. They offset it. They know that there's not going to be that heavy presence towards playing aggressively into B to try and contest it. Flash perfectly timed with Buzz's updraft as well to see if they can catch it onto any sort of player. Right around the corner, that's QutionerX. He's making all sorts of plays. The gate crash around the side. And he's dealt with, but too little too late, honestly. 2 kills found for him.
Great kill as well from SouhcNi.
Beautiful.
To shut down the lurk. Look at where Brave is hiding here. Does he get cleared?
RB has been late lurking this one. Zest is at back and just walks into the line of sight angle.
Vandal diff.
Yeah. Finding the target. Still QutionerX TPing back. stax is there to try and take up a bit of this space onto the site. Another pop flash play. And you're seeing this guy just rip off heads. Unreal form by QutionerX.
And the breach ult used in the 2v1. RB is not allowed to get a sniff, not a crumb.
Now 1v2, no time remaining. And all Turko has to do is swing off the contact of QutionerX. Should make it nice and easy. Lovely little offset and a movement there by QutionerX. As you can see, Turko is in position. Doesn't quite have the stun leveled. Has to watch the extremity because of that alarm bot being destroyed at the beginning. But there we go, fast play. Flash into the back of Halls, and QutionerX, he was the target and he has been found.
4v3 for DRX, but they have Pit online. This is again going to be really difficult. The pull, great there actually from Brave. It denies the plant going down and might offer them a chance at spamming into this pit. Can anyone stop stax again?
That's what it's going to come down to, isn't it? A bit of a random spam. They found the 1 target that matters. MaKo falls, and so does the pit. Any sort of hopes of potentially using that as coverage, it's all down to Buzz, isn't it, at the back to try and buy time and hold on.
That was a comical double take.
BBL need to clear Buzz out of this angle. RB, big weight on his shoulders to try and bail him out. Tap onto the spike. Do they know nobody's on this one now? Just biding their time back and forth. The dash as well into safety.
So horrible for Turko. He's just been played with.
Yeah, just nigh impossible to win.
It's like a cat with a mouse.
So,
it is.
DRX not really biting. In fact, stax going for a very fast play. It's a pop flash out of the smoke, one after the other. The crossfire connects with RB. Down to just 2 players left standing. A bit of run and gun in action, but ultimately doesn't do too much for them. DRX take their 10th round away and does have the shorty available to him. This corner isn't cleared. It's a flash play, and Buzz, I don't know how much he could see in that scenario, but picks up the rifle. Revealed along B long. They've taken so much damage. Exchange of the weaponry because Buzz is the weaker player. They have all their players watching these angles.
Just read it so hard.
Here.
The flash was perfect as well, but
yeah,
you can't exactly miss with a shorty at that kind of range.
Now just trying to take this fight. Flash is sent through with a utility. What should have been a must-win round for BBL is looking
it's looking like a save, to be honest here, Bren. You're 3v5. You don't want to give better rifles to them. I know you can't really call that in the moment. You've got to believe in yourself, but this is going to be a disaster for BBL here.
Yeah. Brave spotted out, a bit of tag there, 9 health. Left alone. Has the most to do, and just as he runs out of bullets, the trade in play. DRX entering now map point.
They're droning from so far away because they have no info. Does Buzz have the confidence to get back on the
That's
angle?
Unbelievable.
Of course he does.
Star player taken out. It fills curtains. A nice stun to punish this one, Buzz. In an awkward scenario, an awkward position, but it needs to be a bit more behind it. A double push through with the flashes in play. Really, Turko, what can you do? Has to link up with the rest of his team now. Later lurk through, lovely flash. Buzz does get taken care of, but time is running low now. 12 seconds remaining. And a must-win round for them to stay in the map. asLanM holding down one of the angles. 5 seconds remaining, down to that 1v1. And the pull, surely this is not the way it ends. Out in the open, and the wide swing from RB will finalize it.
DRX coming away with a well-anticipated, but nevertheless impressive and intimidating map 1 against BBL.
What a fast play by BBL. This is something that they are known for. It's a nice hit, all of them running straight into the site. The flash into the back of it, RB forced out of position. The angles are being watched for, but a spam through the wall still. stax wanted to try and take these fights.
No way.
You cannot give him 3 kills here.
How has he just brought this back into a 2v2? That's absurd. I was all ready to big up how BBL had played that.
Yeah, and just like that, the damage is done, but
you can't lose this one, Brennan. It'd be a heartbreaker.
yeah, you certainly can't. Enough damage onto stax that is weak. Obviously not taking contact there into the turret, pretty smart, heads up, just in case it did bring him down. A bit of a crossfire being played on top of Jenny. Does Brave even know he's up here? And is it going to be the ace to finish? Not quite. Denied in the end. BBL going to be claiming that pistol. Now just holding the space that he's gained here. Up in pizza, now a smoke across. Cloud burst, drop down. That's a bit of a phantom moment. Able to spray like that and get value. That's not dealt with very easily. That actually did tag up onto Zest. Buzz has to dash through to try and anchor it to the back of the site. Layers of that util being dropped down now, just making it that much more difficult for them. Dropping onto the site needs to be a trade, and Brave is there, but eventually these anchoring players dealt with.
Great work from BBL getting into the site like that. They paused for a moment.
Fast.
I don't think you can play this fast against the lockdown.
Surely
Surely not.
Pop flash play. MaKo has to respect it. He's backing away.
And MaKo has literally 1 HP.
Difficult task, isn't it?
Oh, that smoke is not so great for Brave.
But weapon in hand, he was holding it. Holds the angle down and tries to catch the timing, but no. Have to respect it. Look at QutionerX, he's not wasting any time. Up in the air. And there it is. Clay Pigeon shooting. A nasty shot to hit. The ult into the back of the site. That is with the spike, but cleared back. A reset of the aim. Zest. An absolute demonic performance. No one is allowed to step foot past that choke.
That's a great performance from a guy who, as far as we were aware, might not have even been playing in the roster. Unfortunate movement from QutionerX. I think he actually clipped the edge of the hut as he was going for his dash over, so he just kind of hovered in the air for a while and left a very easy shot for Buzz to hit. But you can tell
It's going to be a large opening available to them. BBL not wasting any time, though.
and this is a great play from QutionerX.
Look at the pace. I mean, the guy has been caught. Ultimate popped off. Yeah, the Nightfall. Couldn't quite hear too much going on, but they still want to try and at least work their way into the site. Vulnerable Duck, Brave, actually traded. It looked like he almost was going to get away with two.
Zest not really in a position to use his Sova ult to deny the plan. So this is just going to be a bit of a straight-up retake. Turko can't use his flashes here. He's just kind of stuck.
Yep, Haunt over the top. Even a dart up close. SouhcNi trying to go through with the jumping classic right click. Fortunately, a couple of patches too far ahead for that one to really play out how he was hoping. And now,
You can't see a thing.
horrible position for Turko.
Not planning for him.
Yep.
Simple
Not even an
impossibility.
opportunity.
So many. What?
Okay.
Okay.
Look, Buzz still pushed up, still holding the angle, contacting through, smoke at the top with the dash enabled. Just has to respect that knife. There was no one there to try and break that one.
30 seconds left.
TP across, flash play over and through. Now only a few seconds remaining, and it's pure instinct. Buzz takes the timing, he takes the shot. And holding up close, right around the corner, a little bit labored there from Zest, but ultimately, it's just two players now of BBL with time running this low.
10 seconds left.
Does not look ideal, all of us, but look at it. Any sort of pressure that's being applied, it's util being used, but answered in kind by the ultimates. Nightfall scattered across, the Hunter's Fury to try and get them into the site, but the damage is done. And a wall to split them back up. MaKo anchoring in position. Util flying this way, that way, holding the wall, making sure that no one can really step over that line.
Brent MaKo is not human. That is a ridiculous shutdown.
Just absurd.
I don't know. Brave caught out with a bit of a flash there. How quickly do they just dump all of their utility?
Yeah, a lot being used now with the smoke as well to dash through. That
Good
is just
spam.
some spam. Yep, punishing that one.
And that shuts down almost everything. DRX can't get dragged into the site because Buzz, their player that's the furthest forward, instantly fell. QutionerX could definitely take a really uncomfortable duel with stax, but Turko's spotting really good information, and he's not going to get punished by doing that.
Seen the one, but it doesn't do enough really to drive too many rotations. Still, that's what we wanted to see from him. QutionerX taking one after the other. A couple of scabs to his name. And the cleanup is there as AsLan's going to get that re-swing.
The jet is normally going to be where the push is.
Exactly, and 4 players from BBL already and waiting for this one. And look at that, need to cut it up. Buzz does still get the damage done, still gets the kill. Eventually dealt with easily enough, and no one able to shut down that dart. Lights up the targets for them. And easy pickings through the smokes.
The players are so far away from rotating and helping.
It's going to be that Astra wall. Nightfall being used to clear through B main, just so that they get control of both those areas of the map, as they are just going to be dashing in now.
Turko is on an island.
Yeah, this is a lovely bit of util to try and push back anyone who might be helping Turko, but the back of the site buys enough time at the end of the day to try and deal with it. Bit of a play as he pushes back through. Turko still alive and Brave with the TP into the back of the site now could provide much needed backup.
What a paranoia.
Yeah, catches onto stax, but pushes down right around the side. What is that? The Prowler in his hands, and still he finds the target. And timing being taken, AsLan tries to make a play, pushing out of the one side of the smoke. He's left it just up to QutionerX, running around just trying to get better weaponry for this retake. He knows it's still winnable now. The Odin is in his hands. Not exactly the weapon for the job. A bit of spam down through the walls, but stax deals with it kindly.
Intriguing one. They're holding a crossfire as well between QutionerX and AsLan.
It was the play to try and swing off the alarm bot or what?
You can't.
Broken flash. QutionerX was okay, just about dodges this one, still holding a close angle, and there was a paranoia just to help out. Trying to reset the aim to try and catch the spray down, but the Vandal in hand doesn't quite make the best weapon for the job.
Oh
And
no!
still DRX are just plucking apart.
It crumbles again!
Yeah, BBL looking for it, but they just swing into it.
But, I mean, an 8-4 lead, winning 8 rounds in a row, And a battle again happening in A main here. Oh, that suck is really difficult, and Brave goes for a TP in.
Yep, a lot of damage done. Zest, the soft enough target that the kill is there, and they still want to fight over this one. Beautiful nade into the corner. RB had nowhere to run.
That was a wild series of events.
Yeah, so fast to fight over that.
DRX is still looking to try and contest A main.
And it's just the right amount of disruption. You lose 2 players here. There's only a couple of options really left available to DRX. Some of it landing on the shoulders of stax on the other side of the map. You can see him working his way into B main.
Buzz deliberately getting tagged there by the knife to make it feel like there's still presence over towards A. That's going to keep 3 defenders on the A side. But Stax the IGL, you can see his mouth going there, calling the rest of the players over. What is that alarm ball time? It's perfect.
Oh,
the Nanoswarm,
doesn't expect it, yeah. Nanoswarm finding Stax, forcing him to really just run with his knife out, and now they know. Spike falling, all down to Buzz.
What a round. What a round. Brent.
3 rounds in total, that's what BBL were able to achieve. But now, on the brink, QutionerX taking point, quick dash back just to respect the presence, but DRX going for something quite unusual. They did manage to push Buzz into a deeper position. Ball not being dealt with.
Wow.
What is that? Just spotting the target, the smoke in the way, and easily done, easy cleanup. 3 kills for QutionerX.
And map point for BBL. Who could have seen this one coming?
What is the answer going to be? Nightfall and the Astra Wall. Cosmic Divide to try and split it up. And all that, look at that, just spamming through the wall to try and punish Buzz. But a nade just being dropped down. Actually trying to catch that timing. Both players now have to anchor to the back. Being dropped down, you have to bide your time. And bide the time they will, but still RB answers back. And DRX, just like that, over in the blink of an eye. Lockdown's being used towards B just in case it does end up being
Maybe
that direction, but
maybe a tad early, but still
I
good.
think this gives the option now potentially for the Hunter's Fury to be used to initiate their way in. But QutionerX, what a play, what a star. 2 kills as they try and work their way in. Eventually just taken out. The door closing denies the kill. Still running their way up through Jenny RB. How do you get that one?
3v3.
SouhcNi feels like a bit of an overheat.
No way!
How are they not claiming these kills? The refight and the spam and the spray down, all down to Stax. Swarmed from every approach, every angle, and BBL are going to claim map number 2 in this series when everything was looking done and dusted.
Wow, it's so tense, this battle for Garage currently. Smoke goes in and Brave will realize.
Dash enabled, off to the side, and it cuts up the crosshair placement enough.
Whoa, that was
Incredibly
sticky.
laboured, yeah. Really, really difficult for them. A TP into the back of the site and a bit of run and gun on top. But it does leave it just down to AsLanM.
And that is a gutting way for BBL to begin, because so much of how they won on Ascent was powered by winning the pistol round, right? They won pistol follow-up on round 1 and on round 13. And more so than just that, the Brave and Turko duo on Ascent was fantastic. And they're the duo that just fumbled a little bit there in terms of the Garage hold. But it was a hard one to deal with. So that's the pistol round going the way of DRX. It's so aggro. From an Astra and a Breach.
Oh, that's just a bait as well. A close jiggle, Buzz takes the fight as well, just swing it at a slightly wider angle. The site is theirs for the taking.
But this is going to be a very tough retake. BBL are anticipating winning this round, but no recon dart. Turko's got to provide all of the utilities.
Whoa! This is absolute chaos now, but he's dropped himself down, is dealt with.
No one else on his team was ready to go, though.
Yeah, I felt like it was odd that he was just holding in that position, but...
Was that a misclick? Did he fall out of the window rather than deliberately go for it?
BBL. That's an opportunity, but again, look at this pace that's being injected into it. DRX not wasting any time. The back of the site. Needs to be a 1-5 for AsLanM, but he just does not catch it.
It's a great read from AsLanM as well. Oh, no.
And it's fallen to pieces. Just a bit of a miracle play from Brave as he does manage to just beam down 2 players lined up for them. But will anything else be offered for them? Has brought them into this 2v2. Now the aftershock. Lovely angle that's been forced and collecting themselves. Just for the moment, now to defuse. Being stuck half on it already. It's up to RB to see if he can deny. One after the other! There's no shot in hell
which is rough. Where on earth is this one going?
Yeah, that is an odd dart.
Okay, show me this dart.
Where does that land?
Where does it land?
Where is that going? All the way to the back of the site?
He's bounced it off a tree.
Yeah, and Zest can just hold the flank from that one as well.
That is unusual. Can't say I've ever seen that one before.
You should run.
To be watched for though. Now that lockdown, DRX placing it. The Hunter's Fury is used as an answer to it, but 3 bursts eventually enough to break it. They did end up losing Brave in the process. This reflank timing is everything. QutionerX trying to take an easy fight, but it won't be awarded to him. It won't be in the slightest.
But DRX are instead going for a C-split.
The smoke popped off here. Now ultimate being used potentially to fight this. The lockdown has put a dampener on it. But they still want to commit this now. Yeah, well, that's RB. Where did he find that one? Ult popped off to the side. The Astral Wall was laid down with a Cosmic Divide, but it does little to stop again. DRX just
30 seconds left.
barreling their way through onto the site.
Wow, so important that the lockdown was broken there. You could hear them communicating it. And this is now really tough. QutionerX's got to deliver the goods.
And timing is everything. There's a dart into the back. He knows where one of them is remaining. It's MaKo still locking it down and down to SouhcNi. The attacking lockdown, he can't quite find it. There's no angle in sight for him to break that one. The comfort zone for them. Trying to play inside. The Cloud Burst Brave. He survives for now, but not much longer. The Hunter's Fury is used to just try and clear the way.
Oh, no way.
2
did Zest
kills.
also get AsLanM. There's no way.
SouhcNi, this is the desperation. Final round, might as well use them. The ultimates one after the other. Doesn't get too much done. The aftershock pushing into the corner, into the angle. On the flank, QutionerX. Let's get the 1 kill, but down to that 2v3.
Last player standing.
How can they make this happen? 45 seconds left and just spraying it down. A bit of panic in the play. Not wasting too much time. That's a Nana Swarm drop down. What an opening. Okay. QutionerX really fighting hard for that one. Just running his way right down. And now to squeeze that one player that was MaKo holding into short. Cleaned up momentarily. Faster play to still. Stax tries to drop down to catch a cheeky timing. But there's the pistol round 1 at least.
Knowing that there's going to be more players over towards A and hitting the weak side of the map.
Here we go. Hit coming through, dart into the back. Dash forwards, but not enough spam damage. And look at the absolute mountain of utility. MaKo is so uncomfortable, but RB returning fire. Left down to AsLanM. Position is not quite known just yet, but looks like MaKo is relatively aware, and that is going to be the 12th round gained.
Operator on the board here for DRX. That Zest is using.
This is so bizarre.
What is going on here?
Yep. And these are the rounds you need to be careful of. Despite the buy being a bit weak, I think it's because Buzz ends up having his ult to play with. The Blade Storm. Hunter's Fury is beautiful. Does trade it out. But it's still a bit of a weird one. Any sort of mistake. And you never know with these kind of rounds. Your series, your tournament life just could be over in the blink of an eye. But BBL offered a nice uncontested plan. Buzz with the knife, still looking to contest, and then you see that Turkish confidence coming through once more with the gunplay. Unwavering faith in their teammates, able to just solidly clean up the remaining members there of DRX.
Yeah, and despite the fact that DRX had some dangerous weaponry, the operator, Buzz with his knives, you know, it was still a half buy, but it had a lot of power behind it. C is left completely open right now.
A whole lot of utility being used, including their own breach ult, which catches onto the side of QutionerX. The guy is being rattled around the back of the site like no one's business. Now the Swarm dropped into just the corner of it, pushes him into an unfavorable angle, and he is dealt with enough. But BBL with the rifle still swinging through. Stax might have just put an end to it. Weaving his way into the site, and it's all down to Brave. In just a blink of an eye, it all comes down to this. He finds the one target. Little smoke drop down, consumes it to give him the sightline angle, but Buzz will be the finisher.
And it was a valiant effort from BBL, make no mistake about that. But DRX were in control of this series.